Have you ever made a decision that felt right in your heart, but slowly began to feel heavy in your soul? Maybe you moved closer to your children because it felt safe, because it felt loving, because you believe family should be near in later years. At first, it felt comforting, familiar. But then, little by little, something inside you began to change. Sometimes, living close to your children is not the blessing we imagined. Sometimes, it becomes the very thing that slowly takes pieces of us away. It is about understanding what happens when love quietly turns into obligation, and closeness slowly replaces independence. Mr. Harold was 72 years old and alone for the first time in decades. Harold agreed. It felt like the right choice. He packed his memories, sold his home, and moved into a small apartment near his daughter's house. He felt needed again, useful, alive. And that feeling matters, especially in later years. He loved helping, he loved being there. But over time, help turned into routine. Routine turned into expectation. And expectation turned into pressure he did not know how to name. Many seniors feel this but never say it. Because we do not want to seem ungrateful. Because we fear hurting our children. Because we were raised to put family first. Yet he often felt unseen. The house near his daughter was full of noise, movement, and life. But inside him, there was a quiet loneliness that grew heavier with each passing week. This is something many seniors experience when they live close to their children. Many seniors believe that being near family will protect them from loneliness. But closeness does not always bring connection. But those ideas slowly faded because they felt inconvenient, not to others, but to the invisible role he had stepped into. Helper. Backup. Always available. Being valued means being respected as a whole person. Being needed can sometimes mean being used. They talked for nearly an hour. About life. About loss. About the strange feeling of becoming smaller in a world that keeps moving fast. Just because your children live close does not mean your life should shrink. He had traded independence for proximity, safety for silence, routine for self-expression. And while those trades were made out of love, they came at a cost. Many seniors reach this realization slowly, often late at night, often alone. Living close to your children is not always wrong, but living without space to be yourself can slowly dim your spirit. In the next part, we will talk about what happens when a senior chooses balance instead of closeness, and why a little distance can sometimes bring families closer than ever before. Something shifted inside Mr. Harold after that quiet realization. Not all at once, not dramatically, just a small change in how he listened to himself. For the first time in a long while, he allowed a simple thought to surface. What if there is another way to live that does not take me away from my family, but brings me back to myself? He did not move far. He did not cut ties. He did not make a bold announcement. He simply began by reclaiming small pieces of his life. A morning walk without checking his phone. Lunch with an old friend. And Harold felt lighter. That is when he understood something important. Distance does not mean disconnection. Space does not mean rejection. Sometimes, a little space is what allows love to breathe again. He was there by choice. Conversations felt warmer. Time felt more meaningful. Someone they look forward to seeing. Someone with stories, ideas, and energy. We are taught that being close means being good. That sacrificing ourselves is love. That needing space means we are ungrateful. But love does not require disappearance. You can love your children deeply and still need your own life. You can adore your grandchildren and still want quiet mornings. You can value family and still protect your independence. But when there is balance, something beautiful happens. Respect returns. Curiosity returns. Even admiration returns. If you are watching this and living close to your children, pause for a moment. Ask yourself gently. It means you are listening. And if you live far from your children and feel guilty, remember this. Love is not measured by distance, honesty, and respect. It is never too late to adjust. A choice made quietly and kindly. A life where you are not always available, but always whole. At Elderly Roots, it is about becoming clearer, about choosing peace over pressure, balance over expectation, self-respect over silent sacrifice. Write the words "balanced living" below and tell us where you are watching from. Your story matters, and someone else may need to hear it. And if you find comfort in calm, thoughtful conversations like this, follow Elderly Roots for more gentle guidance to help you live independently, peacefully, and with dignity at every stage of life. Thank you for spending this quiet time with me.